Right, good morning. Welcome to another video. Now before we get into the video, I'm going to tell you about my weekend. So I spent my Saturday night at a friend's surprise 30th birthday party. So Jack, if you're watching, happy birthday mate, hope you enjoyed your party. And whilst I was there, I saw a few people I've not seen for a very long time, some of which was the Schofield family, so Nick and Sean and their kids, Charlie, Zachary and Louis. Apparently Charlie and Louis watched the videos, so thank you very much guys for watching the videos. Apologies Nick for having to hear my voice on your telly all the time. You know, you're used to putting up with annoying things, you're married to Sean, so it can't be that bad. Anyway, we'll get into the video. Lots of cows calved over the weekend. There's mucking out some sheep sheds. Bit of a story about a cow knocking me about a bit as well. Hope you enjoy it. As always, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. It has been calving galore here over the weekend. Absolutely flat out. Beautiful. Right, anyway, so we've had calves galore here. We're just cleaning out the calving pens, so they're then ready for more cows and calves to come into. We'll do that in a minute and then we'll have a catch up. So that's it all scraped out, about as well as we can do it without getting the pressure washer involved. I'm gonna go get some goggles, a mask and a bag of lime. I'm gonna lime all of this, let it dry, and then we'll bed it all up again. We've got 3 calves out in the big pens that we need to go and pick up, so they'll have to come into here. We've got that pen of 5 we need to do something with. We've got calves coming out our backside here. Big old push. Now, I know I look ridiculous wearing all this gubbins, but having had a very bad experience with hydrated lime and my eyes, and it being the reason that I wear such strong glasses, I don't take any chances with it. So if you're using hydrated lime, for heaven's sake, put some goggles and some form of mask on, because it is hideous stuff. I'm hoping John's gone to get some more straw. So we've limed up, I don't know, 2/3 of the pens, and we bedded only 2 of them there. Now we had a bit of a near miss with a cow this morning, fresh calved one. Normally our cows are absolutely fine, and I know they say you should never trust them, and to be honest we don't, but had a cow in this big pen this morning. Well, we had 5 cows and 5 calves in this big pen, and we just tagged all the calves and we're getting ready to move them down to our other shed. So I was wandering in around them with a stick and my phone, just scanning them all, so I had them all logged on here, so that I could just do a bulk movement of them from this pen down to the other one. That's just so we know where they are if we need to go and find them for whatever reason. And I was at the back of the pen there where that Hereford is, and there's a big old brown hurdle there, and I scanned a cow and I scanned a calf, and then the cow put her head down at me and sort of flung it about a bit, so I sort of give her a bit of a kick, try and get her away from me. And I've never had an issue with this cow ever. And then she put her head down at me again and proper went for me, got underneath me, and sort of picked me up against that hurdle. So now luckily I was up against the hurdle in such a way that I could just vault over it. She proper went for me. Right, I'll check that around. But yeah, I stood exactly where that brown cow is, looking this way, and the other cow was stood looking at me that way, and then sort of picked me up between my legs up against the hurdle here, and I just flung myself over it to get away. She was proper unhappy with me being in there. All the other cows are absolutely fine. We never have any issues. They get handled so often. They're always really nice and quiet, but just because she's fresh calved, doesn't want me anywhere near her calf, she took particular offense to me this morning. Goes to show you how no matter how long you've worked with livestock and how much you think you know them, they can flick a switch just like that. Luckily, I got out absolutely fine. Say, John was there. If anything did happen, John was right there. But yeah, be careful. So over the weekend we had 9 calves. So we've tagged all 9 of those this morning. We've moved 5 of them down. We've got another 5 in here. So we've had 4 born this morning as well, I should say, so that's 13 altogether. One of the fresh ones is in here. We've tagged that up already. We've got 2 more down the end of this shed to pick up. We've got 1 definitely in the top left-hand pen there. And I can hear 1 making a noise next door, so it's either 1 having a stretch and a groan, or there's 1 deciding to have a go carving there. But this is exactly how we want it, just 1 after the other. No trouble, no hassle, nice and easy, get on with it. Right, who's making noise? As you can see, nicely bedded this morning. We've had to sort of double up on the straw we've been putting in, because this wheat straw we're on, it's nice, but it's so brittle, it doesn't really soak anything up, and just mushes up to sawdust really, and they soon make a bit of a mess. Anyway, John's going to come in with a bit more straw. He's going to dump a load in there, and I'll chuck that around a minute. Open these doors for him. We had 1 that calved about, I don't know what time it was, 10:30, 11:15 last night, whilst me and Abby were here doing the night checks. And Abby was sat in the farm office watching on the camera, whilst I was sat in the shed watching this cow calve, or this heifer calve actually. And it was born in the bag, so she got about 3/4 of the calf out, and it was still in the bag. And at that point, you don't know whether the umbilical cord is let go or not. So I just put my finger in the bag to split it so the calf could breathe. At which point the cow decided to jump up, so I just grabbed hold of its leg and pulled it out as the heifer got up. And I think there's a good action shot on the camera. It's only a still image, so I'll show you that if we've still got it. I didn't do these doors. So we moved some of the ones that calved over the weekend down to that shed already. I think we've got 16 down there calved now. There's 1 in there in the isolation pen that's got a calf, so that's 17. Plus these 5, 22. So I think we're up to 25 calves. Isn't bad for, you know, we've been calving for about a week.
Those calves out,
yeah, okay.
You were there with that one, mate?
Could be. I'll keep her moving. Come on. Right, open this back up. So that's how quiet they normally are. We can walk alongside them and they're not fussed at all. So we got 2 out of that pen into individual pens now. We're not going to tag them just yet. Let them get a bit better acquainted with their mothers. We'll tag them this evening before we go home. Both of these cows in here are really, really quiet. 1823 and 501. Bit of a pet. And then as I was bedding this up this morning, I started the straw chopper up as I came in the door, and it sort of spooked one of the cows lied down behind the sheeted door, and it stood up and a car fell out the back of it, so impromptu calving. I don't know what she's like though. You might have to be a bit more careful. Good girls, in you go. See, she's a bit more tasty, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the calf in a bag just to take it along here so it doesn't get covered in muck, and then we'll let the cow out separately in a minute. Not worth getting trampled. So this one's only about an hour old. It's already kind of forced its way through that gate. Little bull calf.
I didn't see.
Bull calf, yeah.
Oh, you're telling me?
Yeah.
I don't know, is it a bull calf?
Probably didn't look the nicest thing to do with that calf, but it was effective. What is that there? Is that there? Come on. Right, now the cow's off to find the calf. It's one of those things everyone does differently, moving cows and calves. We always do it with 2 of us here, just to be safe. Right, so that is calves happy for the time being. We haven't done any feeding yet this morning. It's now midday, it's 12:15. We've been farting around with cattle. So John's going to go on feeding. I'm going to go give Phil a hand, because the mobile weighbridge we have isn't working, and we've got a chap from Griffith Elder giving us a phone call to try and get it working. Right, so this is our weighbridge. We've just been on the phone with John, who works with Griffith Elder, along with Phil and Bruce here, and we've been having an intermittent fault whereby it doesn't recognise one of the 4 weigh beams. So there's one there, one there and one there. So we plugged it all in and it worked, amazingly. So now we've just walked away from it because it's working. We've got to clean out the sheep shed, and all the dung in there's got to be weighed out. So yeah, for the time being, we've walked away. We're going to have dinner, and hopefully it works after dinner. It's great how things work like that, isn't it? You ring someone up because it's not working, and then it decides to work when you're on the phone to them. Change of scenery this afternoon. We've got the weighbridge working earlier. I'm hoping it's going to work again now. Just need to move this stand so I can see it. So that'll do. Right, let's turn this box on. I've got a load of muck out of the small ruminant facility, sheep shed. We have power. Yes. Right, that's good. Hopefully this will print as we go. Right, so that says green, so that means drive on the weighbridge. As soon as it detects weight, it tells you to stop. We'll stop when we're here. Right, 9.82. So we roll the tractor off. We roll the trailer on. I can still see the little light display here. When that goes green, I can pull off again. 9.45. It's going to be somewhere about 19.5 tonne, I think. Gross weight, not what's in the trailer. I have to weigh myself at the end to have a empty weight. I just want to make sure it's all working, printing tickets. So 19.31. Go on, do printing. Right, there you are, first load, 19.310. I haven't got an empty weight. I'll tip this out and I'll come over it again quick to get an empty weight. That automatically put itself back in fob mode, so we'll go down to options, operation mode, basic, accept, exit, exit. Right, so you can have a mode with this weighbridge whereby you have a little button that tells you which tractor and trailer's gone on, so you can set up a tear weight for individual trailers. This is really handy when we're doing silage, that's how we use it. But when it's just me going over all the time with the same vehicle, same trailer, you just want it in basic mode just to weigh you each time. So let's get this tipped. We'll do an empty weigh and I'll explain why we're doing what we're doing. Right, I'm back on the weighbridge and just weighing myself empty. So the reason we are having to weigh this dung is the sheep that are in this shed are the platform sheep, so they're the science research sheep. And basically everything that comes out of them, so all their dung, we want to know a quantity of, like, it's got to be quantified, what comes out of them. Same with what goes into them, feed-wise. And they are currently being allocated now onto the platforms for which they're going to stay going forward. So there's 200 sheep in the shed, 100 are going onto green platform, 100 are going onto blue platform. So the sheep guys are currently up in the handling area, putting the green tags in the green ones and the blue tags in the blue ones, because up until this point they've just been farm sheep. So we have to clean out their shed, so they've got a starting point of 0 basically done, and then from now on any of the green animals, their dung will be going to the green platform and the blues will go to the blue platform, and they'll be fed green silage or blue silage. I know it's complicated to get your head round. Those of you who've been watching the channel for a long time will know exactly what I mean. Those of you that are new, I'll have to explain it another time because we're under a bit of time pressure at the moment. We're getting loaded with dung essentially. Big loads only. So I know you didn't see the shed before. I now got the painstaking job of feeding out chopped bale silage, which is an absolute nightmare, believe me. Can't ever get it even. But yeah, everything's been cleaned out, everything's been limed, everything's been bedded. Now we're just currently feeding out and running the sheep down simultaneously. Where's the tip?
Josh?
Yeah, see it.
Go. Come on.
Right, here's the maternity ward. John sprayed this one red because she's a bit feisty, so everyone knows. This is the one we just moved. These 5 we tagged this morning. This one here is one of a twin, and the other one was stillborn, so it's just a bit dopey, isn't it?
I hate twins.
No, yeah. Nothing. There's nothing good about twins.
No.
She got enough milk for about 8 calves on her as well. This one's alright, yeah. Right, Skibby? Yeah.
A lot of them say twins, it's 2 for 1.
Yeah, it's not. It's,
No.
you end up with half a good one.
Yeah.
You're really not very happy, are you, Cal? Grumpy.
Just to modify the mood.
Yeah. Change your attitude.
Yeah. Turn that frown upside down.
Right, we're rapidly losing the light. I don't know how well you can tell, but we're nearly done. So we've had a bit of a marathon afternoon moving sheep and cleaning out their shed and whatever. We didn't start that till nearly 3:30. Had to put the livestock box on because we've got cattle going in the morning, so we'll be in early doing that. Just taking the weighbridge apart. We'll take the box in, give Bruce the figures for what we've moved. John's just feeding the last load for the sheep, and then he's got to go up and feed a little bit to the heifers because they've run out of silage up there as well. And yeah, it's just been one of those days where time's got the better of us. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Loads of links down in the description. Make sure you go and check those out. Thank you very much to our sponsors. We'll see you on another video very soon. Cheerio.